Hello ladies and gentlemen, Namaste Mrs. Bernadette Erpicum and Mr. Ambassador of India in Brussels. Thank you for inviting me, and it's an honor for me to be guiding the yoga and meditation practice in the Yoga Brussels Day, Sunday, June 19th. So who am I? I am Nathalie Geetha Babouraj, a French medical doctor, an integrative health coach, a yoga therapist, and an Ayurvedic consultant. Why is yoga a precious key to tomorrow's health? I really think that you can empower your health and inner peace with yoga, which is a very ancient wisdom tool. Lately, we've been experiencing tragic events both in Paris and Brussels with terrorist attacks. As normal citizens, I see a lot of people coming to me and asking me what we can do to stop this violence around the world. I tell them exactly what Gandhi said, to be the change you want to see in the world. And yoga is a way to welcome and release our inner violence. Maybe we can start with a very simple exercise that I call the inner weather. All you have to do right now is close your eyes for a few seconds. You can release your hands, release the weight of your body into your chair. And all you have to do is just focus your attention in your breathing without changing anything. Just see where the breathing happens. Is it on the upper lungs? Or can you allow your breathing to dive a little deeper into your belly, letting your belly button expand while you inhale and release when you exhale, very gently. Again, inhale and exhale. Release your breathing, release your thoughts, release any tension in your body. And maybe you can welcome a color inside of you. Maybe it's a bright orange or red color linked with your actual mood. Very energetic, dynamic. Maybe you have a lot of thoughts, ideas. Maybe you want to move. Or maybe it's a more calming color, like a relaxing green, which tells you that maybe you are in a calm state of vigilance. You want to relax, let go. Or you maybe need to sleep a little bit. Or maybe you're in between, in a color like mild off-white, where you can feel that your brain is working effortlessly, that is connected with your body. Maybe you're in that zone that we call the flow. Whatever your color is, just breathe it in. Enjoy the color, and when you exhale, release it. And slowly you can start to stretch your fingers, your toes, and open your eyes. How do you feel? This simple exercise really helps the people I work with. Busy people in their jobs, doctors and healthcare givers, teachers. It's a very simple way via your breathing to calm down your nervous system, like yoga does. So why yoga? Why is it so urgent to reconnect to ourselves, to others, and to the world around us? Personally, I was immersed in Indian culture since I grew up in South India from the age of 10 to 18. I saw my grandparents practicing yoga every day, but I didn't at that time. I started yoga myself in my 20s when I was back in France studying medical school. But the fact of combining both modern medicine with ancient wisdoms like yoga and Ayurveda became obvious while I was doing research for a NATO group in Integrative Health. I was at that time a military doctor for the French army, and images like this one, American GIs practicing yoga, really inspired me. Imagine for a second all the soldiers in the world practicing yoga. Peace would be in the menu of the world. So 3 years ago, after my military duty was over, I decided to travel around the world and meet pioneers of integrative health around the world, like Deepak Chopra, Tracy Godet, or Thierry Janssen. So what does integrative health means? And where does yoga fit in this vision of tomorrow's health? This is the wheel of health, as described by the Duke School of Medicine in the United States. The question is how, in a conventional medical setting, can we integrate tools so that the person, that means you, me, in the middle of this center, can develop mind-body connection, movement, exercise and rest, a better nutrition, personal and professional development, physical environments, relationship and communication, and spirituality. Everything so that the person becomes healthier. I really think yoga is one of the keys, the main keys in this design. But why is that? Because today we know that our health depends on 4 major factors that are access to healthcare, genetics, environment, and our behaviors. But do you have an idea of the proportions of each items that has an influence on our health? Well, access to healthcare in developed countries is only 10% of our health. Genetics count for 20%. Environment, 20% also. And our behaviors, our day-to-day behaviors, count for 50%. It means that if we combine our behaviors and our environment, 70% of our health is in our hands. Now what does the science says? Today we know that even after just 1 hour of yoga class, you can improve your brain function, you can lower your stress levels, you can choose which gene you want to express, pro-healthy genes or inflammation genes. And you can also increase your flexibility. Researchers have found out that if you can practice during a few months, that is weekly, you can also lower your blood pressure, you can improve your lung capacity, improve your sexual function, reduce chronic back pain, reduce anxiety, and lower blood sugar levels for diabetic people, and also improve your sense of balance. If you practice regularly yoga for years, you get stronger bones, healthy weight, and lower risk of heart disease. And nowadays, you can find a lot of data around yoga using classical database like PubMed or even the digital resource library of the International Association of Yoga Therapists, where you find more than 3,000 studies that have been done around yoga and health. Today, in a lot of very prestigious hospitals in the USA and around the world, yoga is completely part of burnout programs, chronic pain management, obesity and diabetes programs, cardiovascular diseases, support for cancer patients, and also healthy aging. Here is a very interesting picture to really understand what yoga is. Yoga is a Sanskrit word that means union. And even if in today's media we feel like yoga is one thing, breathing exercise is one thing, and meditation is another one, actually, when we look at Patanjali's 8 limbs of yoga, that's a very ancient text of yoga, you can see that everything is linked from our own day-to-day behaviors with the yamas and the niyamas, how we will practice on the mat our postures, our asanas, how we practice our breathing, pranayama, and different steps for meditation, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. So postures, our way of living, of eating, of resting, our way of breathing, and meditation are all part of yoga, and that's what we are going to experiment in less than 2 weeks. Hope my presentation gave you some insights, and I really hope to see on the mats Sunday 19th of June at Bois de la Cambre to experience together anybody, anywhere, anytime, any yoga. Namaste.